Welcome everyone to Wrestling Showdown here on the W3L Network, and barely seems any time at all since our last events in Elgin and Dalkeith, but already we're within spitting distance, although don't spit, it's a disgusting habit, of our live events in Kinghorn and Broxburn, which come along at the end of this month, the 27th and 28th respectively. I've got information about both these events. I'll tell you about Broxburn a little later on, so don't miss that. But let's go to Kinghorn first of all. It's December 27th, Wrestling Day. Of course, the 25th is Christmas Day, the 26th is Boxing Day, and the 27th is Wrestling Day. We have got a belting main event, a match you cannot see anywhere else. The kind of action only W3L can bring you. Now, as you've already seen in the poster, the Wonder Kid Johnny Storm returns to W3L. He's a former tag team champion. He's a legend of the British wrestling scene. He came to management and said, I want to come back and I want to face the best you've got to offer. Well, the best that we have to offer heard that. And the best that we have to offer said, you know what? If he wants a challenge, I will give it to him. And so, December the 27th, Kinghorn on Wrestling Day, the main event of this show, will see the Wonder Kid Johnny Storm challenging tenacious Johnny Lyons for the W3L Heavyweight Championship. This is a dream match, like I said. You can't do this anywhere else. Lyons and Storm, that's going to be amazing. That is well worth the admission price alone. But hey, they've got more than that as well. Krieger and TJ Rage, your tag team champions, are going to be in action defending those aforementioned tag team belts. Emily Hayden will be defending the Women's Championship. We'll have appearances from many of your favourite W3L stars like Kevin Williams, the Merchandise Mike Musso, the XL Luke Aldridge, the very good Mr. Ewan Mackey, Dickie Divers, and many more besides. And that is just one day. Broxburn is the following day, and I've got news about Broxburn later on, so don't go anywhere. I mentioned Dickie Divers. I didn't say Wrestling Showdown Champion Dickie Divers. I didn't say he was defending the title because there's a slim chance he's not going to be. Dickie Divers has got a match right here, right now, and he's got to face a man I also just mentioned, Kevin Williams. He's going to be a stern challenger for Dickie Divers. Can he wrest the Wrestling Showdown title away from the vice-like grip of the champion, the man who has retained it under, frankly, controversial circumstances at every turn? Or is Divers going to continue his title reign? Who can say? But let's go down to ringside and we'll all find out what happens as Dickie Divers defends the Wrestling Showdown title against Kevin Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is a singles match set for one fall, and it's for the W3L Wrestling Showdown Championship. And first of all, your challenger is from the 8-bit subspace superhighway at 200 megapixels, Kevin Williams. And in his heads opponent from Raccoon City, 205 pounds, is the Wrestling Showdown Champion, Dickie Divers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce with your Wrestling Showdown, and as you've just heard your winners are Stevie Wizard say the Wrestling Showdown Championship is on the line. Dickie Divers, man with the belt currently on his waist, taking on the challenge of Kevin Williams. It was just 2 weeks ago right here in Showdown we saw Williams overcoming the original Craig Stevens. Management to grant him this title opportunity as the referee holds that championship belt aloft. We're about to get this underway. Now, these two men have wrestled a whole host of times here in W3L, predominantly in the tag team ranks. Remember, Kevin Williams, a two-time former W3L tag team champion. Divers is a four-time tag team champion. And they have exchanged those aforementioned tag team titles between each other, and have fought for the belts many times. So there's a history between these two. There's some continuity, they know each other pretty well, but this is a one-on-one contest. Williams heading to ringside. He has those pixel shades that he likes to wear at the ring. He likes to present them to a fan, just to show how grateful he is for their support, how happy he is that they are behind him and will him on to do well in his contests. And he will need that support today here facing Dickie Divers, and are not to be underestimated by any means. Should you know by now. So Divers just arguing with the audience, just stalling, seen this multiple times before. Waits until the guard is down and strikes. But Williams, no slouch. I mean, he's got a couple of years experience edge on Divers. As Williams began in late 2005, Divers was late 2007. So they're relatively evenly matched, and certainly physically they differ. Williams a little more powerful than Divers, he's probably got the speed advantage, but beyond that, as Divers immediately gets to the ropes, proclaiming that his hair was pulled. And that's the thing Divers is good at. He's quite technically sound, doesn't really show it, but he is, and indeed Williams is too. But instead of trying to get out of it by, rolling around, trying to reverse the hold, he just grabs the ropes, and Williams just reclining, saying, "I'll wait all day if you want me to." Again, because these two men wrestled before, they're not going to underestimate each other. I think we'll see a bit of feeling out from both men until somebody gains some kind of advantage. And you see Williams taking that side head look at the top wrist lock. Divers goes to the canvas and gets his feet under to scurry across there as well. Williams with firm control of the arm. Divers not happy about that at all. He wants things to go his way. Of course, he is the only Wrestling Showdown champion we have ever had. It's his winning that championship he has held onto with a vice-like grip. We've seen him do whatever it takes to retain the title. Goes a little low, not classed as a low blow to be fair, but now just manipulating the hand, thinks to break the fingers of Williams. Certainly trying to injure his hand because it makes it harder to grip, makes it harder to lift if you cannot use your fist properly. And Divers has found his target. Just biting him. He's biting the hand referee trying to get in position. And it's like I was saying earlier on, it's about gaining that advantage. When you have somebody who you know really well, who knows you really well, you need to find the chink in the armour, and he has his Divers by just attacking the hand of Kevin Williams. They continue with the wrist lock. Oh! Kevin Williams an arm drag. He doesn't really use the hand specifically for that. Just crashing into Divers in the corner. Williams gets up ahead of steam and runs into him with an avalanche. Divers now hits another corner, trying to get out of the way, but Williams is charging after him. Williams is going, he's going to go for some punches here. He's stabilising himself with a bad hand though, but he's raining fists down upon the forehead of Dickie Divers. And the audience loved that. Divers did not, however, and he's on rubber leg street. And falls out the ring. That's how much Divers is reeling from the assault. He worked over Williams' hand. Williams fought back with a couple of avalanches. Punches in the corner, and Divers just falls out the ring. And there's no mats here. He's hit that heavy wooden floor, and Williams going after him. He could leave him to get counted out, so Williams would win the match, but he wouldn't win the title. Face first goes Divers, who goes right to the eyes, taking that shortcut just like you figured he would. And a huge right hand. Divers is being out-wrestled. The match is not going in his favour, so he just resorts to breaking rules. And now Williams on the back foot. And another massive right hand. And marching around the building. Where are they going? Oh, bounced right off that part of the staging area. We saw the same thing happen with the very good Mr. UNG Mackey looking sharp just last week right here on Showdown. And the referee being pushed around. Don't do that, Divers, you'll get disqualified. Don't annoy this ref. Referee being very lenient. See, falling both men to the floor does not count them out. Which chopped the chest of Kevin Williams. That knocked the air out of his lungs. Make it harder to catch a breath. So Divers mercy here. And again, another chop. Go for a third one. Oh, and he missed! And he smacked that thick metal ring post. And now his hand's going to be in agony. And Williams' hand is throbbing, so is Divers. And now Williams just wraps it around that post again. It's almost like we've got into a stalemate situation. Divers thrown at the ring. Williams climbing the turnbuckles. Not an area he's normally known for. And the referee being shoved right in the ropes. And I thought maybe the disqualification, but clearly not. Williams bad landing as a result of that, falls to the canvas. Divers immediately in for the cover, puts weight up his shoulders but doesn't get it. Divers, I think, trying to say it was inadvertent. He stumbled as he got up, but it's a judgment call. And now Divers just throttling Williams in the ropes. Found that opening, taking advantage. That's what Divers does. And has to be said, he has been successful since winning that Wrestling Showdown Championship, which of course he defeated Mike Nusso in the finals of that tournament. You look at who he has defended and indeed retained against him. We'll go for another cover again. Popular kick out by Williams. The crowd want to see him get the victory here. Divers has retained the title against Mike Nusso. He's retained it against Joey Legend, against Luke King Sharp, and just last month right here against the king of all evil, Bram. That is a pedigree and a half. If your first 4 championship. Oh, hang on! Williams with a roll up, ducked over the knee lift. But Divers not quite put away yet. Williams though firing back with that Hadouken. And he caught Divers with that one and he went down. Referee a bit slow getting down for the cover there. Divers, this match is not going his way at all now. Oh, and he gets the foot up. Williams had things going his way. Wait, Divers with a German suplex. And no offence to Kevin Williams, that's a big man to be thrown around like that. Divers in for the cover yet again. He knows now that Williams is able to come back at him as soon as he gets the opportunity. He was caught out of really, Divers wasn't expecting that. Williams out of nowhere retaliates, fires back, and could have had things going his way, but that German suplex had just turned the tide. Kick right between the shoulder blades. And now applies that chin lock, driving a knee right into the upper back of Kevin Williams, right between the shoulder blades, wrenching back on the chin, forcing his head back, constricting the back of his neck. Williams though firing back. He's got the crowd on his side. He's got gold in his eyes. He wants to go to the cover again after that back elbow. See, he puts his hand across Williams' face. Williams wants to gain singles gold. He's never done that here in W3L. Tag team, yes, but never a singles championship. Divers arguing with the crowd. It's not a good move for him. He needs to stay on Kevin Williams, who's fighting back now. March this year, Divers defeated Kevin Williams in the semi-finals of the Wrestling Showdown Championship tournament. That of course allowed him to advance to the finals against Mike Nusso. So Divers, having priorly defeated Williams, you think, well, this will be in the bag for him as he's going for a powerbomb with a pile driver. Williams lowering centre of gravity and launches Divers down. Now if you think it's all one-sided, in the October 2016, Williams faced Divers one-on-one. They had their respective tag team partners at ringside, and the match ended with Kevin Williams pinning Dickie Divers. He's beaten before, so he knows what it takes, but never has there been a singles championship on the line like there is here. Both men very slow to get up. But a couple of times Divers has been surprised by the resilience of Kevin Williams. And there's another Hadouken catching him in the chest. Also knocking the air out his lungs. It's like sledgehammer blows. He's got caught with a bomb, and Divers with a bad landing. Williams just biding his time and just smacks him with the game over. But will it be game over for Dickie Divers as Kevin Williams goes to the cover, but it's not yet. Divers finding an extra life. Continuing this match, Williams has things going his way. He needs to keep the offense on Divers. Don't give him a moment to recover. Hang on, Divers slips out and drops both knees right into Williams' chest. Goes for a cover, hooking the leg. Nearly got him. Hit that lung blower. Wasn't quite enough to put Williams down. Again, he has gold in his sights. Williams would be a very deserving Wrestling Showdown champion, but he needs to wrest that belt away from Dickie Divers. You see Williams getting back to his feet there, using the ropes, but he's getting back to his feet. He wants to continue the fight. Divers walking around ringside, and he was looking for something. I think he's found it. It's a steel chair. Now we've seen Divers cheat. We see himself getting himself disqualified. Hang on, and Ricochet's back against him. Williams hooks him up, goes the shoulders and drives him down. The chair backfired literally. Williams hooks the leg, covers Divers, but doesn't quite get it. I think maybe Williams, if he put more weight on the shoulders, may have had that one. The chair smacked Divers in the skull. Williams dropped him down with some force. Williams is saying to the referee, come on, there shouldn't be a 3, there shouldn't be a 3. He needs to stay on Divers. He's given him a chance to recover. He's getting rid of the chairs, so can't be used against him. Williams going to grab Divers, who kicks him low. There's that trick knee, and Divers hoists up Kevin Williams and knees him right in the face. Catches him square flush on the jaw, and that's all it takes. Dickie Divers pins Kevin Williams to retain the title. So a match that went back and forth multiple times, that could have gone either way on many occasions, finally ends in the favour of Dickie Divers. He missed with the chair, but he hit that low blow. Then he hoists up Williams, drops him down and knees him squarely in the face. Williams might be out cold. Regardless, Divers retains the Wrestling Showdown title, appropriate enough here on Wrestling Showdown.
Yet again, there's some controversial circumstances and Dickie Divers manages to retain the Wrestling Showdown title. I would suggest he'll be defending that on the 27th in Kinghorn. And of course, I already mentioned that the main event is Johnny Lyons defending the Heavyweight Championship against Johnny Storm. We're going to be seeing the tag titles on the line. TG Rage and Craig will be defending them. Emily Hayden defends the Women's Championship. Mike Moose will be there. Luke Aldridge, the very good Mr. UNG Mackey, Kevin Williams, Divers of course, and more besides. But what about Broxburn? December the 28th. Well, we've got another set of amazing matches lined up for you. Another dream match, the kind you could only see in W3L. Johnny Storm, winners or draw from the night before, is going to be facing the very good Mr. UNG Mackey. This is a match you never thought you wanted to see, right? Also, we're going to be seeing tenacious Johnny Lyons taking on the always popular Kevin Williams. Now, one of those two matches will be for the W3L Heavyweight Championship. But which match? You'll find it by being there in Broxburn. Speaking of titles, Dickie Divers may well be defending the Showdown title in Broxburn. He may not have it, depending on what happens the night before. What we do know though, is Divers will be in Broxburn. He's got to face a man who he knows very well. A man who he, again, cheated to defeat at Resolution earlier in the year. It's his former tag team partner, Taylor Bryden. Their grudge may never be settled, or if it is, it might happen in Broxburn. Divers versus Bryden, in addition to Storm versus Mackey, Williams versus Lyons. Emily Hayden's going to be there as well. Will she still be Women's Champion? Who knows? Mike Moose will be there. We'll see the original Craig Stevens and much more besides. These are two amazing live events that you really should come out to see. Nothing happens between Christmas and New Year, so why stay at home in front of repeats on the TV? Come out and see live wrestling. December 27th in Kinghorn, December 28th in Broxburn. Tickets are available right now from our website, W3LWrestling.com. For all the latest up-to-date information, join us over on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, and we are right here on this channel. Hit the subscribe button, you'll never miss an episode. Why would you want to? More information about our live events happens on all our social media platforms. Use the hashtag W3L Wrestling Showdown. Tell us who you think is going to win. Will it be Storm walking away as the champion? Will it be Lyons walking away as the champion? Can Storm beat Johnny Lyons? And then would the very good Mr. Yunjiwaki beat Johnny Storm to become new heavyweight champion? The possibilities are endless. Tell us what you think will happen. And come back here in 7 days' time, because you may have noticed that Christmas is on the horizon. And next week will be our Christmas special episode. What will that entail? You'll have to come back in 7 days, right here on the W3L Network. I'll see you then.